Now we'll call the regular city council meeting to order and join me in the pledge. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you very much. Alex, will you please call the roll?
Mayor James Johnson.
Here.
Council President Rocky Burgess appears to be absent. Councilor Louise Burke, Councilor Larry Hicks,
Here.
Councilor Teresa Hilton Schaefer,
Here.
Councilor Franklin Cobbs,
Here.
Councilor Matt Wilhelm is walking through the door. Student Councilor Jalen Tulliver.
Here.
We have a quorum, Mr. Mayor.
Thank you. Matt, welcome. Hey. Good morning. Any revisions to the agenda?
Yes. Did want to add one. We ended up coming up with a resolution 21, which amends water and sewer rates after our work session last time around. So there needs to be a motion to accept the amended as, or to approve the revised agenda.
Okay, did we want to add in the street sweeper quote as well?
That's already,
Oh, that's already.
yeah, contract review board would just be where we go.
Perfect, okay.
I'll make a motion that we accept the agenda with the amended item adding resolution 21.
We have a second? Second. All right, all in favor?
Aye.
Thank you. All right. Any public comment tonight? Anybody? No, we'll move on to elected officials. And we'll start with the deputies report.
For some of you guys don't know me, I'm Dylan Hamilton. I'll be working out here for 8 months until the end of the year. I've been on the sheriff's office since 2013 and happy to rotate back in. I worked out here in years past. Some of you know me, some of you don't. So as far as the report goes, we had 1 criminal citation. Well, let's start with that. We had 436.5 hours total, 1 criminal citation, 2 traffic citations, 34 warnings, 2 criminal arrests, 39 calls for service, 118 field interviews, 9 reports, 0 tows, 0 impounds. And then we just have a list of everything, itemized summary of what we had going on. I can gladly share that with you guys.
Yeah, I read over it. Looks like you're doing pretty good.
It's been a little bit more consistent than I expected, to be honest, but you know, nothing too crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah, we've been able to wrap up a lot of the cases, which has been good. As far as like Christina Sanders this week, her rental got broke into, we were able to secure the rent on that one. Yeah, it's been good to plug in with everybody and be able to be a lot of the time on things, which is nice.
How's the speeding, any issues there?
I know Doug Durfee's talked to me specifically about coming into town off of Hartford. That's been an issue. I've been sitting down behind the Opera House today. I didn't really see a whole lot of it. It's typically Sundays that we get a lot of traffic from Highway 82 and 204 going up to Loudoun County. So I've seen a lot of that. And so
Early morning. People
early
late.
morning. And that's what some of the residents have told me too, that typically earlier in the mornings, it's more of an issue. And then I think it's more specific on the day, because Sundays, I'm sure you guys see, there's just a flood of Washington plated rigs coming into town. I put the speed trailer down by the library, and that seemed to help traffic slow down coming into town. But as I've talked to Justin, it's still a prominent issue leaving town. So that's something that I'm trying to
You
mitigate.
see it coming in, like, oh.
Yeah.
And going out, there's nothing.
Yeah, we got 2 trailers.
Well, I seen one sitting over there, up by the police department in Graham, but I think it was probably theirs. I thought I'd call Sheriff Bowen and say, hey, what, can you bring us that one? It's just gonna sit there.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, get a couple of them.
Here's what the moss team.
Is it? Yeah.
Anyway, any other questions for the deputy? Is that all for now?
That's all I
Can I ask
have.
a question?
Yeah.
Are we not printing up the extra stuff on the sheriff's report on the agenda?
Yes.
Usually when you get it, you can look at it at home, but
Is it not there?
I'll give you my copy.
It's on the agenda.
Okay, we will move on to Public Works, Tyler.
Yeah, so throughout the month of June, the public works has been busy with mowing, weeds, spraying, and some sign repairs. We had a water leak down by well 2 that we had to repair. And this coming month, we have a new sewer service to install, we will be working on. We are continuing to spend time on patching potholes around town as well, so if you see some, we mentioned a couple of days. Stay with the the water project is moving along smoothly. We have tested the booster pump and it handled demand sufficiently. This will allow us to run without interruption while work is being done at well 4. Depending on the time of year, the demand can go up or down. So in the winter time, the fall, the spring is a better time to work on some of these wells instead of, right now, everybody's irrigating yards, water use is a little high. So we're gonna have to work with the contractor, they're gonna have to know where to do those types of things. So it's not impeding their use. At the transfer station, we have continued to get about 50 customers through the site every Saturday. We have the scale calibrated this last month and it is within range. We'll be pulling the 40-yard dumpsters and cleaning around them. We are also going to be weeding along the east fence line of the property and off the grass down and fire protection. Yeah, we've got a DEQ inspection coming up there, first of August. Things in order.
We received, any bids for the, little transfer station shack?
Contacted one contractor and he's supposed to be getting back to me, so I need to get with a couple other ones.
All right, thank you. You have any questions? If not, we will move on to ordinance report. Oh, I'm sorry, not you yet. I skipped the line.
Whoops.
My apologies, Justin started.
Well, June was busy, not out of the ordinary busy, but we had a great first half for our summer reading program. Patron counts through the doors about average for the last few years. Still seeing mostly digital services, but there are people coming in more now to at least look at books or from authors. We've had a lot of problems with our state library system. There's about 75 libraries in central, southern, and eastern Oregon. They're connected through a central computer system called SAVE. It allows for us to share our catalog. So if you order a book with me, it can be, taken from another library somewhere and brought to us. It's how our library loan system works. They've been under constant cyber attack now for months. It's become so extreme that sometimes the system doesn't respond at all. When it does, it's often 15 minutes after the patron has left the building. So they're fighting it. They're doing the best they can with the budget they have. But if you guys hear any grumblings from patrons, I'm doing the best I can. And then I was going to give you guys an all is well report, but when the wind picked up, about 10% of the remains of my book sale is now in my parking lot. So I did run around like a crazy person before I came down here and grabbed a few boxes worth. So we'll see what else is on my deck or in the street.
I'll be down there.
Thanks, man. I appreciate it very much.
Is the stage thing something that you pay for, or is it just?
It is, but each library pays an amount based on the size of the library. Basically, we pay about $2,000 a year for this access. The problem is the cost to run, just to secure and buffer against this level of cyber attack is so high that if they were to put the money into that, there'd be no money left for operations, and there'd be a rock place.
Right, I totally understand that.
Yes, we all put in for it, and I happen to know the IT specialist that works there, and he's a great guy, and he's on fire. There was 70 emails over the weekend of they shut down and restart systems to check them. Anyhow, that's all I have though, folks. Any questions?
Thank you. No, I did want to mention, we got one more estimate on your central area unit that came in on email, $16,600. So let's hopefully that system holds up for a little while. Yeah. So anyway, I just want to mention that.
I figured that was gonna be the ballpark.
Yeah.
So, thank you for the update. anyway.
Yeah, you bet, thank you. Okay, now we're done.
So, yeah, we need $25 of parking getting out, handling those, I've also been trying to get hold of the property owner in town that have some burnt houses and we're trying to figure out where they need to go from there. Again, a couple others got some cleaned up, and still reaching out to some.
Yeah, I knew that there had been a few letters on that, like, if you stop in the store and some letters. If you were in top, it's already. So we can come up with it. You guys have any questions?
I just have a comment. I have had several people asking you, who's driving that little truck? Did we have an ordinance officer again? So they're seeing you out and about, which is good. Thank you for that.
Yeah, and all the interaction too that I had with residents about how you handle things and good comments. Okay. Mayor, property appraisal, we'd like permission from the council, myself and Alex, to get an appraisal done on property that we own across from the high school. It is currently a parking lot.
Yep.
So we're just asking for council approval. Appraisal on cost and it's like a fair market value from a real. We want permission to reach out to. We need to make it we just want to see what it's worth, and then if we decide to put us on the council, then. Wasn't that your thoughts, Alex?
Yeah,
Kind of
Yep.
like, we're trying to figure out, the assets, what we have left, what things are worth. Yeah, it'd be nice to have it on the record.
yeah, let's have a motion.
I'll make a motion to do it. Put in a prayer. Okay, and a motion, and we have a second.
I'll second it.
Okay, I'll do a roll call vote on this one. Please.
Alrighty, Mayor James Johnson, Counselor Louise Burke, Counselor Larry Hicks, Counselor Teresa Hilton Schaefer, Counselor Franklin Cobbs, Counselor Matt Wilhelm, Student Counselor Jalen Tolliver. Motion passes, Mr. Mayor.
Okay, we'll now move on to administration.
Cool. I wanted to have a possible couple of vacation requests. So there's an impromptu vacation I might be able to take, starting as early tomorrow and maybe ending Monday. I haven't decided whether I'm going to go yet, but it would be a family trip out of state. And then the other one I do definitely want to go on is July 28th through August 7th, which would be the last week of July to the first week of August. So unless there's any objections, I would like to take those potential vacation times. Yes, it's Thomas. Thomas is my secret clone. I also want to attend the Eastern Oregon Summit, Economic Summit on July 24th to 25th with Mayor Johnson. It's going to be in Pendleton. It's where all the powers that be, the cool cats, gather and talk about stuff that's important to Eastern Oregon and hopefully build some common ground. I know last year when I went to it, I spent all day on a bus with the Democratic state representative from Springfield. So you get to meet a lot of fun people and go to workshops and see the sites. It's very valuable for networking. So everybody okay with me and the mayor going to the Eastern Oregon Economic Summit? Cool.
Motion for that?
No, it's already in the budget. I just want to make sure people are okay with it.
Sure. Also carried.
Yep. You talk about legislative session this year. So we submitted a request for money for a street sweeper. Sadly, we did not get it. But it looks like the legislature at least passed a bill that finally got fairgrounds funding for Union County, which is great. So the governor still has to sign that bill, but I'm very hopeful it actually goes through. I know we spent some time working on it. We asked our legislators to please support this funding. Mayor Johnson went and testified in person in Salem. So we were asking about the street sweeper. We also said, hey, please, please. We've been asking for fairgrounds funding for Union County forever.
And I
Please give it to us.
got this.
Yep.
And they told me, no, you're out of line because I'm talking about 2 7.
Yeah. Yeah, the Republican Senate Committee vice chair for that was not thrilled that we were asking for more than one thing, but it's like, hey, Union County as a community and the region, it is an asset for everybody. So at least we got that.
Good for our kids too.
I am sad about the street sweeper money, but I do want to recognize and thank Representative Bobby Levy for some invaluable constituent casework she did for the city this session. I can't really talk about it publicly at the moment, but it was very, very valuable for us. We do still need to get a street sweeper figured out soon. Senator Merkley's office submitted an appropriation for us that we won't get until summer 2026 at the earliest. In the meantime, we do need to sweep the streets. So at the contract review board, we'll look at an option about renting one. The hourly, it was like, yeah, I just walk around in push rooms every day. Yeah, isn't there an add-on for the side by side? Just yeah. There you go. Well, that's all for me for now. Anything else? Any questions? Cool.
All right, we'll move on to the council and committee appointments. Looks like we have a letter of interest here from Raven Artigas. Like to be appointed to the Parks and Recreation Committee in the city council. Go ahead and do a motion on that vote.
Yep.
Point Raven. Give a motion for that, please. I think he's made a good fit.
Yeah, I make the motion to make for the recreation.
All right, we have a motion.
I'll second it.
Second. All right. No, further discussion. All in favor, say aye. Aye. None opposed.
Excellent. Little late.
Aye.
I think from the airport.
I was just, yeah, I would like to volunteer. I don't know if there's any seats left on it, but I.
Absolutely.
Oh, yeah.
So is this your official interest? Because we're just give you an appointment now.
Yeah. Can you state your name for the record?
Oh, it's.
Jillian Williamson.
William Williamson. Okay,
Have her send you an address just for the record.
that's fine.
Who'd like to make a motion?
I'll make a motion. Go ahead.
I'll second it. You go.
Okay, I'll make a motion that we accept Jillian Williams on the Parks and Rec. Committee.
I second it. We have a second. All in favor?
Aye.
All righty, thank you.
Yeah, now we have enough members to actually hold a meeting. So good start. There are 7 spots in total, so ideally we can find 3 more people interested, but yeah, yay, we got enough.
This next one, I'm gonna go ahead and let Alex talk about this one.
Yes. So there is a grant opportunity that is funded by the state of Oregon that allows us to apply for, be kind of the backer for a grant to install solar panels at the new Elgin Museum location. There is some potential for us to be able to get our own solar panels at our own locations if we want, and this resolution allows us to apply for both. So yeah, it's fun.
I think it'd be good to, not only the city, but to help support the museum location, and it's something that we can do. I would like to do it. I sat in on a meeting, Zoom meeting about it, and it sounds like it's got great benefits if it's something we can receive. Alex joined us, how long was that, about an hour or so?
Yeah.
It sounds like the museum has really solid plan. Some great people working on things there right now.
I just have one question. Is this, like, we run the grant through the city?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've been discussing this somewhat with Alex as well. We are currently in the process of adding equipment stations in space and power interlinks for emergency communications equipment down at the library. I'm a licensed amateur radio operator and have a great deal of experience dealing with continuation of function and emergencies and whatnot. I was formerly a part of our local areas group, which provides support for law enforcement and emergency services in the event of like all comms down. And while we don't need a ton of solar panels, if the grant is available, it would be possibly wise to put a couple of panels up on our roof so we could continuously supply that equipment in the event of a long-term grid down.
Well, in the way I understood the meeting, it sounded like we could do multiple at once.
Yeah, we can. And this resolution allows us to apply for multiple. yeah.
We don't need a lot, 400 to 600 watts, which is 2 to 3 pounds. Would be more than enough.
Yeah.
This is straightforward, right, Alex?
Yep.
Yeah, it's no problem. Yeah, the motion passed. A suggested motion.
I move to adopt resolution 2025.
I make a motion, we adopt resolution 2025.
I have a motion, do we have a second? I'll second. Okay, I have a second, I'm gonna ask for the roll call vote, please.
Mayor James Johnson, Counselor Louise Burke, Counselor Larry Hicks, Counselor Teresa Hilton Schaefer,
Aye.
Counselor Franklin Cobbs, Counselor Matt Wilhelm, Student Counselor Jalen Tolliver. Motion passes.
Google RV Park website, this is awesome.
Yes, we're going to have some fun. So there is a website for the RV park now that we're in the new fiscal year, HoonahaRVPark.com. It's a homepage will have an intro to the park, links to other pages, blog posts, Chamber of Commerce stuff, about info about the park, local events in the area. We'll feature local attractions, things that are nearby, like Wallowa Lake, drive time, all that jazz. Any nonprofit organization or local public recreation area can be featured on there for free. What we want to do is have sponsorships that we can sell. So if a local business wants to go, hey, have my restaurant on here so people know that they can eat there in Elgin, like, great, here's the annual sponsorship rate. Any other business in the area that wants to be featured there and just be on the list of things that our people can enjoy. We would sell that to the community. The idea would be have different rates for in town versus out of town. And what I'd really like to do is work with like a different student group at the high school every year to kind of work on selling that. Every year, like 1 year football would go out and call all the businesses in the area and go, hey, you want to sponsor the website? We get a cut of that and it helps our football program. And the next year, the band does it. And the next year, I don't know what other student groups there are, but you get the idea. We'll also have a blog that'll have, local event announcements like, enjoy the Elgin Stampede. It'll just post, here's what the Elgin Stampede is. In the very end, it'll say, the best place to stay at the Elgin Stampede is the Hoonaha RV Park. We're using search engine optimization and all sorts of fun things to expand what we're doing here. So I'll give you a little bit of a preview of it. Yeah. So explore Elgin, the jewel of the Blue Mountains. This is our fancy new RV park website. It's got the registration link there, more about the park, the Elgin Chamber links, some blog posts right here, and you go look at the
rules for park and stuff like that.
It could.
I think that would be really awesome.
Okay, we can do that.
It doesn't have to be up front. I mean, just accessible if somebody wants to review it.
Oh yeah,
That would be really responsible on our part.
we can add that. So we'll have, over here, Elgin Opera House, it's like the, our main attractions, and then Wallowa, it's the Nez Perce Wallowa Homeland, and then Wallowa Lake is only a 60-minute drive away. And the sidebar over here will have, our most recent blog posts. We'll have a little slideshow so that everybody knows these are the attractions locally, and then we'll have another one that'll be all the local businesses and restaurants and things that sponsor. And if somebody, pays us enough, we'll have just your business featured right here on the side. Yeah, this is the blog. So like, for example, Elgin Stampede is this week. So at the very end, it says, the Stampede, is it? Oh, where we go? It's at the very, very bottom. The Hoonaha RV Park is conveniently located near the Blue and Wallowa Mountains. It is the perfect RV park for your family's visit to the Elgin Stampede. Every time, eventually when it picks up steam and people start Googling Elgin Stampede, it'll come up with, oh, there's an RV park. Alternatively, when they Google RV park, it'll help the Elgin Stampede out. That kind of thing. And we'll have just all sorts of,
like a big section for the museum as well.
oh yeah. Yeah, so on the attractions page. So it's like, hey, here's the museum. Here's the,
For both restaurants.
yeah, right.
Yeah, seriously.
Well, whoever wants to start giving us money, we'll get it done.
I think it'd be really
And
great.
Brad.
Sorry. I think it'd be really great to dig into some attractions that people don't know. I've lived here my whole life. And I didn't know till my youngest kid was in 5th grade that there was an Iditarod race in Joseph. A qualifying race. That's a big deal.
Right?
You know, and I mean, I've lived here 40 some years before I found out.
Yeah, that's all the kind of things. So the Elgin Parks and Rec Department kind of oversees the Hunaha RV Park. So I want this to be kind of the focal point for how we work on tourism promotion and recreation in the area. A great way to advertise all of our local businesses, a great way to make money for the RV park. A great way to get people coming into town to do things. We also want to work on building the full plan for the Hunaha RV Park because we only built about half of it. There's supposed to be a giant pavilion and a playground over there. The other thing I want to do is work with the BLM to make the shoreline more of an accessible place, make that like a riverside park, at least during the part of the year where it's not flooding, May to September, I think would be pretty good for us. Riverside Park adds a lot to livability in a community's economic development potential. So,
Do we have space and plan for expansion? Oh, yeah.
yep. Yeah, there's a whole
Set of plans.
whole giant
Just
plan.
starts Picking up and figure it out and it's gonna go up fast.
Yeah. Well, what I want to do next year as the Oregon Parks and Rec Department has grants for parks and things, so I want to try and see if we can get the whole expansion done. So, yep, that's part of the Parks and Rec Committee we'll be doing. So, yeah. Yep. Yeah. Any questions?
That's an awesome website. Thank you for doing that.
Absolutely. Ideally, at a future meeting, we'll bring in a list of sponsorship rates for businesses in the area. So, yeah. All right.
We need to have a hearing on this one.
Not a public hearing, but it's just we do need to vote on it.
So we want to remove the board offer fee. This will likely count for 30% of the late fee revenue, so it'll knock down the fees. So raising our water bill, but eliminating some fees. I like it. Get the community to give back a little. Yeah, we don't really have a choice in the raise. It's going by the state. Okay, well, do we have a motion for resolution 21? I make the motion for resolution 20. And we have a second. Second that. Okay, I'll run your roll call vote.
Can we have a little quick
Oh,
discussion
yeah.
first?
Yeah,
Sorry.
sorry, I didn't know like that.
That's all right. I just wanted to know, like, dollar amounts, like, how much are we gonna be losing in that 30%? Do we have a rough estimate?
Not off the top of my
We did
head.
it at the last- was
We
the
did it
last meeting?
the work session we did. We talked about the potential amount of lost revenue there.
Talked about it's fair to be safe for us to.
I
Yeah.
remember, I just can't remember the dollar. That's fine. Okay,
Sure.
yeah.
All right, okay, I'll ask for a roll call vote now.
Mayor James Johnson,
Aye.
Councillor Louise Burke, Councillor Larry Hicks, Councillor Teresa Hilton Schaefer, Councillor Franklin Cobbs, Councillor Matt Wilhelm, Student Councillor Jalen Tolliver. Motion passes.
Great, thank you. Public hearing, ordinance 2.
Yep.
Right away vacation.
Yeah.
We have the information to work on this.
Yep. Got all sorts of fun stuff. So, vacates of the right of way are interesting. They're technically kind of a planning matter, but under state law, they are approved as an ordinance and added to your city code and approved by the city council, not by your planning commission, which I just think is kind of the weirdest thing.
And I do believe this was a matter that was already resolved with the planning commission
No,
before, wasn't it?
no,
This is a whole.
only the city council can deal with this.
So
Yeah.
what exactly going on that's little strip of trees? What's the deal about this?
Yeah, so the portion of Albany Street is right in front of somebody's house and they want to kind of add to their fence line. They are here to talk about it a little bit. They want to. Basically Albany Street as it currently is north of where it used to be, and that portion of where it used to be is kind of a driveway area, so the owners in the area wanted to reconfigure it. We did get the mandatory letters of support signed by the people around it to say, yes, we're good with this being vacated. So without those, we couldn't even put it on the agenda, but we got it, so. Yeah, I can invite Chuck Paxton to talk about it.
Chuck, would you like to speak on this matter?
This is my driveway to go into my house and it's part of my yard, I guess. It's always I've been there 26 years, going on 26 years, so. And so. That's just. Part of it, I guess. I'm not asking for anything on the other side, just my side.
Right.
So I mow it, I take care of it, you know. So.
I think that's reasonable. Yeah.
I don't know why it was never that way before. There's still a lot.
Yeah, there's a lot of things.
Yeah. I was trying to get it straightened out.
Alex, how did this come about?
The property owner asked for it.
No,
So-
how did it get changed from north to south?
It happened 100 years ago or something.
Okay,
Yeah, it was a while back that street got rerouted. Yeah,
Yeah.
Tyler might know the answer to that one, but I don't know.
What's your question?
I just asked how it got moved from north to south.
So
The
the property line or the right of way?
the right of way. Is what
The right of way hasn't been
the property line,
the property.
just over years of people in and out, probably.
Yes, I maybe not assuming where the fence line was, but it's not impeding anything with utilities or the street.
Okay.
So.
There's no reason to say no. Teresa, this is across from the gas station where O&M used to be. It's right across the street from that, where that strip of trees is.
So like, on the tree,
There's a
that little
pocket,
road right
there's
there.
a pocket
Yeah, it's on
park
the other
there
side.
that the Lions, I think they'll take care of.
Yeah.
So it'd be south of the pocket park.
Okay,
There's
got
a
it.
strip that used to be originally Albany Street.
Here,
So
it's not gonna affect any of that.
Yeah,
It's right there. This is the guy's street here.
no fencing or even moving. They're just gonna look the exact same as it is.
I just wanted to know if we were gonna have to do a sign or.
No. There's. There's O&M and then like right there.
Oh, okay.
It's his driveway. Yeah.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
He's trying to get everything
The road
legal,
starts to curve.
recent property things.
And Albany continued. And so part
You
of
wanna
the
make sure
driveway comes into Albany.
Do we need to close the,
So,
hearing?
so there needs to be, ask the audience, any in favor, any opposed, any neutral?
Yeah.
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 Yeah, well, so the public hearing, after you ask, then you close the public hearing and then we, yeah.
Anybody in the audience want to speak any further on?
So does that make a difference to where, who lives there, I was trying, the guy in the trailer. Can't think of his name. I'm sure they use a common,
Yeah, Rich Carson.
yeah,
Recent. Jason, I guess. Okay.
This is.
this is
Doesn't
Thanks,
bother
Rick.
me.
There's O&M. They're talking about his driveway.
here,
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, there's nothing there. There's.
okay, but that is.
So there's like no
Yeah,
roads
Rich
there or
is-
anything,
Rich
there's
is
just like
the
a.
It's a driveway.
Right, right.
It used to be a road. It's not a road anymore.
He'll still be able to use it. Just like, you know, I've got.
No,
problem
not
with
gonna do that.
Everybody, bakers use it, Candace uses it, everybody uses it, so it's just.
No, the other question was, I just needed to know, because we took the Lions to come, I guess we would mention something, I'm sure. It's like.
No, I'm not.
Okay.
It won't affect.
Thank
it won't
you.
affect Part of the two properties.
Sometimes.
I think at the bottom, can you show the bottom of the document that shows the property owners?
Yeah. Yeah, you had to get all the adjacent landowners to sign a letter of support and they all did, so.
Perfect.
Is there anybody opposed? Anyone opposed? Okay, if there's no further discussion, it's time to close the public hearing.
Alrighty. Yeah.
Motion.
So first yeah, if you discuss it, if there's a consensus that you wanna, if there, yeah.
I think we should have done this a long time ago.
All right.
Okay. So given that this is an ordinance, I have to read it once by title and once in full in order for us to be able to vote on it tonight. So Annie, oh yeah, appreciate, definitely. All right, so reading it by title, Ordinance 2, 2025, an ordinance vacating portion of Albany Street. Now reading it in full, Ordinance 2, 2025, an ordinance vacating a portion of Albany Street. The city of Elgin ordains as follows. Section 1, Elgin Municipal Code 12 is hereby amended to include Chapter 12.17, vacations of the right-of-way. Section 2, EMC 12.7 is hereby amended to include the following vacation of the right-of-way. 12.7.010 Albany Street. A portion of Albany Street situated in the northeast quarter of the southeast quarter of Section 15, Township 1, North, Range 39, east of the Willamette Meridian, City of Elgin, Union County, Oregon, more particularly described as follows, is hereby vacated. Beginning at a point on the south right-of-way line of Albany Street, said point which bears south 57 degrees 33 feet 44 inches west, a distance of 240.18 feet from the east corner of said section 15, a thence north 0 degrees 13 feet 57 inches east, a distance of 17.94 feet. B thence south 84 degrees 10 feet 54 inches west, a distance of 107.85 feet. C thence south 0 degrees 13 feet 57 inches west, a distance of 6.62 feet. D thence south 89 degrees 47 feet 32 inches east along the south right-of-way of line of Albany Street, a distance of 107.25 feet to the point of beginning. A certified copy of this ordinance vacating the described street shall be filed for record with the county clerk. Sorry. A certified copy of this ordinance vacating the described street shall be filed for record with the county clerk, county assessor, tax collector, and county surveyor of the county of Oregon. Been read and by title and in full.
Ordinance 2, 2025.
Motion, we have a second. I second. Second. Discussion. I'll ask for.
Mayor James Johnson, Councilor Louise Burke, Councilor Larry Hicks, Councilor Tarita Hilton Schaefer,
Aye.
Councilor Franklin Cobbs, Councilor Matt Wilhelm, Student Councilor Jalen Tolliver. Motion passes, Mr. Mayor.
Thank you. Was that John? Thank you. Enjoy your driveway. We're taking care of.
I do. I've had trucks in there. Nothing wrong.
Okay, look, we will move on to ordinance 3, 2025, utility collections process.
Yeah, great.
We also need to have a public hearing for this as well.
Yes, sir.
We will now open the public hearing for ordinance 3, 2025, utility collections.
So the idea was right now our collections policy and enforcement related to utility policies, as it stands in our ordinances, technically only applies to sewers. So we wanted it to apply to all of our city utilities, and we also wanted to focus first on charging the users for collections, and if the users fail, then move on to property liens. Right now, we just go straight to property liens. So that is what this ordinance does. Any questions?
So basically, the tenants, if they're renting the property, we'll try to collect it from them and exhaust all collection options before placing a lien on the owner's property.
Yeah.
Which I think is a very good thing, because it's initially their bill, not the property.
Yeah.
I think
This is a lot more straightforward.
yeah. Yeah.
Yep.
Is there anybody in the public that would like to comment on this, or I'll just mention about the ordinance change here? No? Okay. Not, we will close the public hearing.
Okay, well now, as for discussion on this.
Yeah. Discussion.
It's gonna streamline how we're billing people in a process that's a little less egregious than just jumping right into the lien.
Yeah. Especially it's right there. Yeah, it's their, essentially it's their bill. That's not the problem.
I know a lot of cities move to where the property owner has to
Yeah.
have it in their name. And that way it's included in the rent so that it's paid all the time and then it just goes directly after the property.
exactly
So
what
then
I
they
was
have to do
gonna say.
eviction, they have to do eviction and the property owner actually goes for them for the water bill versus the city. having to pay it.
Do we want, so is there a modification we want to suggest?
Well, it would be changing the whole thing if we.
Yeah,
I will
landlords
suggest, and
have
that's where
to.
I've seen it a
I-
lot.
yeah.
Alex, make a note of this. Eventually in the future, we could.
I think we could hold another work session, if we decide we wanna change it up later, but for now, this is gonna
We'll just want to
fix
do
our
the thing.
current problem.
I think it would take a load off of the landlords as well. Cause some of them don't know that people are $400, $500, $600 behind
Mhm.
until they get,
Yeah.
The only downside with landlords is that the amount of usage that someone could occur, like they decide to make 3 swimming pools in a yard, they're not supposed to. Then the landowner's gotta.
yeah, but they can keep track
The
of that and charge them.
landowners,
their rent.
yeah, the landowners at least seeing the water bill and knows, maybe they don't know there's a leak in their house
Right.
Mhm.
that their tenant's not telling them about. If their water bill is going over, then they can be like, hey, this is, bill me an additional $50 this month because you went over. And then it's in the landowner's hands versus the city's too.
Tyler's, water meters are gonna fix that.
Yeah, there'll be an opportunity for customers or the landlords to actually see their water usage on there in real time on it.
Water.
And that'd probably be a really good idea to introduce that and then change the policy. So that the landowners are taking care of it, so then, because they have access to real
Once-
estate.
Once we, get those up and running and see how it kind of works, then we can revisit this. I do think we do need to move ahead with the current modifications that we proposed here.
All right, can I make a motion?
I gotta read it first by title and then in
Alright.
full.
Yeah.
Ahoo. Okay, reading it by title. Ordinance 3, 2025, amending Title 13, local improvement procedures to modify utility collections. Now reading in full. Ordinance 3, 2025, amending Title 13, local improvement procedures to modify utility collections. The city of Elgin ordains as follows. Section 1, Article 3 of Elgin Municipal Code, Chapter 13, sewer service rates and charges is repealed. Article 4 is renumbered as Article 3, Article 5 is renumbered as Article 4, and Article 6 is renumbered as Article 5. Section 2 of Chapter 13, responsibility, payment, delinquencies, and penalties is added to Elgin Municipal Code Title 13. Chapter 13.17, responsibility, payment, delinquencies, and penalties. 13.17.110, owner responsibility for payment. The person who owns the premises served by city utilities shall be the user and is ultimately responsible for payment of utility charges for that property, notwithstanding the fact the property may be occupied by a tenant, customer who is not the owner, who may be billed by the city and required by the owner to pay said charges. Ordinance 3, 2025. 13.17.120, billing when. The customer of the city utility system shall be billed monthly or bi-monthly for services in accordance with the rate schedule provisions of this title and set by the required rate resolution or resolutions. Chapter 13.17.130, charges due and payable when. City charges shall be due and payable to the city by the customer no later than 20 days after the date of billing. Chapter 13.17.140, delinquent charges generally. City utility charges levied in accordance with this chapter shall be a debt due to the city for services rendered. If this debt is not paid by the customer within 10 days after it is due and payable, it shall be deemed delinquent, may be recovered by civil action in the name of the city against the company, the customer, or the property owner, or both. The city shall first refer the customer with delinquent utility charges to a collections agency. Additional civil actions to recover delinquent utility charges may include placing a lien on the property for which the owner was provided, regardless of whether the customer is the tenant or the property owner. A lien may only be placed on a property for a tenant's delinquent charges if a collections agency fails to recover charges. Upon adoption of this provision, existing liens for recovery of charges will not be repealed. 13.17.150, delinquent charges, interest and penalty. Monthly interest shall accrue on all accounts from the date of delinquency. In addition, a penalty shall be assessed on the date of delinquency, which shall be added to the account and accrue interest in the same manner as all the other delinquent charges. The rate of interest and the amount of penalty is to be set by council resolution. 13.17.160 delinquent charges, discontinuance of service. In the event of a failure to pay utility charges after they have become delinquent, the city shall have the right to remove or close utility connections and enter upon the property for accomplishing such purposes. The expense of such discontinuance, removal, or closing, as well as the expense of restoring civil service, shall be a debt due to the city and lien upon the property, and may be recovered by civil action in the name of the city against the property owner, the tenant, or both. The process of civil action shall be consistent with EMC 13.17.140. 13.17.170 delinquent charges, restoration of terminated services. City utility service terminated due to delinquency and payment shall not be restored until all charges, including interest accrued and the expense of removal, closing, and restoration shall have been paid in full. 13.17.180 delinquent in charges. Change in ownership or occupancy. Change in ownership or occupancy of premises found delinquent shall not be cause of reducing or eliminating these charges and or penalties. That is the ordinance read in full.
Thank you. That was a lot.
Right?
Um,
I hope you didn't
Any more discussion?
hear my $1 million salary increase in the middle of it.
Yeah, more discussion on this. Motion to adopt ordinance 3. Roll call vote.
Mayor James Johnson, Councilor Louise Burke, Councilor Larry Hicks, Councilor Teresa Hilton Schaefer, Councilor Franklin Cobbs, Councilor Matt Wilhelm, Student Councilor Jalen Tolliver. Motion passes. Can you remind me who seconded that?
I did.
Perfect.
Okay, this time we'll move on to contract review board.
Yeah. Okay, I think we got. Yeah. So this was the proposal that was sent to us this afternoon. $200 an hour, sweep/vacuum dirt buildup, rocks and debris for collection of our street sweeper, water, 250-gallon water tank, dump fee. Time starts departing from the address of the owner and stops upon returning to the address of the owner. We'll do a site visit, City of Elgin Public Works, for the map of city and locations that are priority. Terms and conditions are proposed in there. There's a late fee if you don't repay, for example. Alterations, term of the agreement will begin on date and if in effect until completion of services, subject to early termination as provided. Under Oregon's laws, those who work in your property, provide labor, et cetera, are not paid to have a right to enforce their claim for payments against your property. This is known as a construction lien. This is the name of the construction company is G. Gordon Construction Company, LLC. They're current with the State Construction Contractors Board, along with proportional liability, workers' compensation, and are bonded. And that's the basic info they've got there for us. Let's see what else they have. They're talking, this is the street sweeper that they use. And they just kind of generally talk about who they are. They have pet Labrador retrievers and a pet turtle. They thought that was good for us to know. Lovely small town folks. Yeah, one of them served in the National Guard. I think the turtle really just makes it though. So I'm glad we know that our potential partner has a turtle.
It is a lot.
Well,
The alternative is no street sweeping.
I'd like to ask Tyler to speak on this at this time, if that's all right.
So I think what we're looking at here is just temporary type of deal. We're under a position where we don't have it's not functioning right now. We're still in search of funding. You know, ODOT has been a huge help at the time. It's not something that we can rely on all the time. Here's someone that we can utilize and pursue. How long they don't know yet. So we can take anywhere from 6 to 15 hours.
A year, a month, or how often?
Well, we go out probably 6 to 12 times a year.
And it's got pretty bad. Maybe we'll see the priority streets and.
We're gonna
This
lessen.
affects our drainage.
Yes. Yeah, so that's the big concern is drainage, like in the fall, it'll get the leaves picked up, but the water's not gonna be shedding off, so it's like it should.
All right.
We're not gonna be going, having them come out as much as we would if we did our own. So I mean, we probably less than that, probably 3 to 4 times a
We
year.
have an estimated total cost.
I don't.
And
You
it
said-
was-
Said about 15 hours.
Yeah, I mean, this is, I think what we're looking for now is just approval to see how these things are doing. If I'm not mistaken, we're just, they need to have them come out, we've had them try for
Yeah, we're
4
looking,
hours, 6
what we're looking
hours.
for is the council to approve Tyler and Alex to go ahead with this company for a few hours and see how it works and get some of our main roads cleaned up because they're getting pretty nasty. Cleaned up, so that's what we're looking for. We're not looking for, hey, we want to spend $20,000.
No,
That's not
Even
the
at
case.
15 hours, which is a long time to run a street sweeper, it's only $3,000.
Yeah, which is not bad.
No, that's not
comparison to
bad.
renting, and what was that last rental?
The real cost is for us to go out and rent the machine ourselves, we're gonna be looking at about 10,000.
Those machines are
So
expensive.
this is the best.
That's including the labor and everything.
Yeah, correct.
Yeah,
flat.
machine and everything.
He's not gonna charge fuel or anything like that, just that's a flat rate.
Okay.
an hour. Yeah.
So we'll make up some of that money by not paying you guys to do it, right?
Yeah, a little bit. Yeah,
I mean-
that's true.
No, that's part of the equation.
I mean,
Obviously, you're not.
I think most of the guys work hourly except for like you, right? So if they're not out doing it, then we're saving whatever.
I mean, we're still,
It's not a lot, but it's
we're
some.
we're still looking for an answer to get. Street sweeper here and over the longevity, having, and owning our own is going to save one under the volume. Yeah, absolutely, but you know, we're just looking for. something.
Where we are saving by getting this done and calling a contractor is not letting it get so bad to the point that it affects your storm drains.
Yeah.
Because if it starts affecting those storm drains, we're gonna have millions.
Yeah.
And that's what we told them. Anyway, we won't go down that road, but, I think this is the best option right now. Jill, did you have something you were wanting to touch base on?
No, I want to buy a street sweeper.
And you got it.
Like, I wanna come do this. Yeah, all right.
Well,
So that would just need to be a motion in a second.
I would make a motion that we go ahead and use the G Gordon Construction Company LLC. Giving Tyler and Alex the privilege to talk about how many hours.
I said,
Okay, motion and second, any further discussion? If not, I'll ask for a roll call vote.
Mayor James Johnson,
Aye.
Counselor Louise Burke, Counselor Larry Hicks, Counselor Teresa Hilton Schaefer,
Aye.
Counselor Franklin Cobbs, Counselor Matt Wilhelm, Student Counselor Jalen Tolliver.
Aye.
All vote yes, motion passes, Mr. Mayor.
Thank you. Do you have anything else in the contract? that you want?
The only one, that was a potential one that was on there, but they never sent in the contract, so.
That Lexus Nexus.
Yep, we currently use them. The problem with LexisNexis contract with them is that it wasn't signed by the mayor last time it was on the agenda, and I'm gonna guess it didn't actually go to the city council for contract review, so. Yeah. Yeah, so that's how it goes, so. I don't know, I don't remember when it was, but it was like, well, at the very least, we need to have our mayor sign the document, so. They levy.
All right, we'll move on to, the claims job.
So we were unable to look at the bills today because Jessica's on vacation. She returns tomorrow, so we will look at them next month. Tomorrow.
We're on our special session for the.
Well, what we can do is say we move to pass it contingent upon a successful review by the administration committee. Of course, if they come up with something and go, whoa, this is not good, then it doesn't pass and it's not considered approved, and then we'd have a special session to deal with what isn't approved there. The administration committee,
She gets.
yeah,
All right, who want to make a motion?
yes.
I make a motion that we will pay the claims journal for June 2025 upon, Louise and I going over the bills.
Okay, got a motion, we have a second,
I second.
okay. Discussion. All in favor?
Aye. Thank you, Teresa.
You're welcome.
No, don't worry. You're doing
You'll get me next time, trust me.
good. Next meeting dates.
Oh, we've got other, there's no administration matters to speak of, but
Yeah. Potential executive session on July 22nd. That is a set date, I believe.
yeah, so that's a public hearing we have to have for our next round of community development block grant funding. And there's a personnel matter we have to discuss about a certain city official, and they can choose that point whether it's executive session or public session, but it is something that we do need to act on with all deliberate speed.
Yep, okay.
Yeah, July 22nd, 6 p.m.
This time I'd like to adjourn into executive session. So.
Yeah, we'll need a motion in a second.
Yeah.
For...
Motion.
So, sorry, council, so the motion has to be adjourning into executive session and naming the provision, so it's this sentence on the bottom.
I make a motion to adjourn the executive session. I move to adjourn executive session under ORS 192-660.
Second, on third.
Aye.
Okay. All right, we'll open up regular session.
So there can be a motion to transition employee number 3100 from probationary to protective status.
You've got this.
I make a motion that we employ 3100 out of probation hearing status.
You have a second?
I would say, yeah.
Okay, all in favor?
Aye.
Thank you. I'd like a motion to adjourn.
I make a motion to adjourn.
I second it. All in favor?
Aye.
Before the words of everyone wanted to get away. It's Scott Bay.
Okay. All right.